Let's just get straight into it, shall we? Xaku Prime has been confirmed. The next Prime frame, we already knew this considering he was meant to be the last Prime frame, but instead he didn't turn up. So he will be turning up on November the 13th with the Trumna Prime and the Quarsus Prime. So his primary is going to be quite amazing. The Warframe, I can't see a downside to it, but I'm hoping they kind of buff the Trumna. Just, it doesn't need a huge buffing, but, you know, just a little bit increased fire rate. Something. Anything. Ever so slightly. Accessories will be the Drifter Necra Prime Suit. Or the Operator. It will fit both. And a Sandana that goes with it. Again, he will be coming out November the 13th. Confirmed November 13th. So we don't have to guess who the next Prime frame was going to be. When is it going to turn up? We already know. Which is great, and you can kind of stop watching now because everything else in this is Warframe 1999 related, because they showed it is going to be seasonal with a winter, spring, summer and fall tile set, because the tiles are, it's not an open world thing, it's going to be tile based, so it's going to be random tile sets and all the rest of it, but it's also going to be random seasons, because they did say the seasons will not be linked. This is something I have asked for since the planes first launched. The day that it launched, I turned around and went, I hope it's seasonal, and when it comes to winter time, this will be covered in snow. Instead, well, that would be spoilers for something else. Then they went on to the infested liches, the Technocyte Coda. Will have tokens for their weapons, so when you take them out, you won't have to get the weapon specific to that coda. You will be able to take them out and go for the weapon you want first, rather than have to try to get the coda that links to the weapon that you want. Why am I saying it this way? We'll get there. But the weapons are going to be much easier to get, because when you take out your coda, they are going to drop tokens instead of the weapons, meaning you can take these tokens, just like the Tenet melee weapons, and pick up the weapon that you want instead of having to take out the coda with the signature weapon for that coda. And yeah, hunting out a lich or a sister with a specific weapon is annoying. So I love this touch. It will not be Requiem Relic based though. It's going to work the same. There was joking about antiviruses and everything else, and then started going on about other software. My brain did go to, that's not an antivirus, but never mind. Last time I checked, Winamp plays audio, LimeWire was for downloading things, and Napster was for music. None of these were antivirus based, so I clearly missed something there, but it's going to be something to do with software related things, but it's going to work similar to the Requiem system, where you'll have to find the correct Requiem to, instead of it matching the Requiem, it's going to match software related things, is the best way that I can put this from what they were saying, because we didn't actually get to see this. Doing the whole Requiem side of things until we know what it's actually going to be called will happen in the Warframe 1999 system, and then the final takedown will happen in the Origin system, like they showed at the TennoCon event. It's the stadium that you will need your railjack to get to, just like you do with the liches or the sisters. Speaking of weapons, there are 5 liches, because it's the on-site boy band that turns into the infested liches, which is great, because we have Kova for Grenier, Tenet for Corpus, Coda for Infested. I wish they showed what these are going to look like. That would have just been the icing of the cake of the dev stream. But instead what we got was, there will be 13 new weapons. Again, 5 infested liches, the Coda, 13 new weapons, 3 of which they are not going to name yet as they are new, So there will be 3 new weapons and 10 returning ones that are being turned into Coda weapons. So we have the Kuva whatever, then we have the Tenet whatever. Well, we're going to have the Coda Hema, Sportrix, Synapse, Catabolist, the Pox, Tysus, Corsist, Heruda, I can never get that one right, Pathocist, and of course, probably the one I'm going to go for first. I want to leave the Hema till last because it was such a pain to get hold of. There is still in my dojo. It took us so long to get the stuff for it. At the time, people had problems getting the Hema researched because the research cost the resource it needed, the mutagen samples, were next to impossible to get in any decent quantity, and it needed so much of them, it took months to get that research done, which is why I'm going to leave it for last. Maya being first, simply because it was the first infected weapon in Warframe. And there are other reasons for it. I love the fact that that's there, but I wish they had have showed us what these weapons were actually going to look like in-game. They didn't, which is kind of a shame. They did say everything else, Warframe 1999 related, they will not really be showing until the next dev stream towards the end of November, but did confirm Warframe 1999 will in fact be coming in December of 2024. Hopefully this does not turn into April of 2025, because last time they kind of said something like this with Beta Viri. That led to a whole other list of problems. Not related to the game, but we'll leave this off here for now. Remember, Xaku Prime, November 13th, with the Trumna Prime and the Quarsus Prime. So a cannon and a war fan. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.